Hey, I want to get on and encourage y'all real quick. So some of y'all will message me or you'll put in the comments, well, how long did it take you to get over that situation? Years. Do not look at how long it took somebody else. I'm not you. It don't have to take you as long as it took me. It don't. This is why I post the stuff that I do, because I'm telling y'all, these emotions, if you can deal with your emotions and take yourself out of your emotions, you're going to heal way faster. When you can see the situation as a lesson, it won't take you that long. That divorce broke me down to where I felt like I was worthless. I didn't trust women. I didn't want to have no friends. I didn't want to have friends in the marriage because I thought he was going to sleep with them. So I already felt a certain type of way. I felt worthless. I didn't feel beautiful. I literally hated myself. I hated looking in the mirror. Now I look back at my pictures, I'll be like, ain't no way you thought you would. But I did. He took advantage of the fact that I didn't love myself. He knew I wasn't going nowhere because he knew I didn't love me. He knew he could cheat again because I accepted the first time. He treated me the way I allowed him to treat me. And some of y'all got to get up from there. I'm not going to I can't baby you. I can't say, everything going to be all right. Just take time and no. You got to get up from there now. You have to pick yourself back up. You have to do it. Every single day. Some of y'all depressed, don't want to go nowhere, don't want to deal with nobody. You are still letting somebody who didn't even treat you right control your life right now. You've given them all your power to where you don't want to date, you don't trust yourself, you don't trust nobody, you're depressed, you're angry, you're mad at God, you're mad at the world. They still controlling you and they didn't already hurt you. And they still got your power. Some of y'all let them come back when they want to. Love you when they get ready and throw you away. Now you got to heal all over again. Because you wanted to have sex, because you got a little bit of affection, and now they going to do whatever they got to do or been doing, and now you got to start all over again. You are doing that. You are the common denominator. What if this time it works out? Because some of y'all are afraid to love again. What if it works out this time? What if it works out? Stop focusing on what he did to you. Because it's stopping you from living your life. It's stopping you from living your life. You don't want to get close to nobody because you're afraid they're going to do you the way he did you. And I'm going to tell you this right now. You can heal for 50 years and get in a relationship. And people say, well, you need to heal before you get in a relationship. You do. There's parts of you that need to heal. But you will never truly heal until you experience something different. So even if you go into the next relationship, now if you sitting there badgering that man or checking his phone or you cheating on me and all that different type of stuff, that's a different thing. But there's still going to be something, that stuff that might trigger you every now and again. Like a dog that's been beaten. When they come from the shelter, of course that dog wants a home. But sometimes that dog is a little fragile. When you jump at them, you might be joking. That dog get a little scared because they remember what their last owner did to them and beat them and had them fighting in the backyard and doing all this crazy stuff to them. It's not that the dog don't want to be loved. He just still got a little, some little wounds that need healing up, and you're the one that come and help heal it. That don't mean the dog didn't want you to take him home from the pound. Yes, the dog got a little wound, got some scars, but it's still able to be loved. It still wants to be loved. And that's you. You're still able to be loved. It's okay to desire that. And it's okay that if you get in a relationship again, that something might trigger you. You went through a traumatic situation. If you were cheated on, that's a traumatic situation. If you were beat on, that's a traumatic situation. Being with a narcissist, that is traumatic. A lot of people have PTSD from these things. Does that mean you got to be by yourself for the rest of your life? Absolutely not. Does that mean you leave the dog at the pound because the last owner had him fighting in the backyard? No. But it's going to take a certain type of man. He has to understand. But you can't be like going through his phone and accusing him of cheating and all that. That's not what I'm talking about. But it's going to take a certain type of man to know that she's a good woman, but she do got a couple scars. But you don't break him down in the process. That's the level of healing that I'm talking about. But I'm not saying be by yourself for the rest of your life and heal. Baby, men and women, whether they had a bad relationship or not, because men do the same thing. If you have a woman, this is an example, if a man was with a woman that always wanted his money or type of stuff like that, when he get with you, of course he gonna feel some type of way if you ask for $2. Oh, here she go. None of us come into a relationship perfect. So get that out your head. These people be making these little videos and get that out your head. Because even if the person before you was with a person and y'all didn't have a bad relationship or something like that, something about that is still in your mind. Even it could be your childhood, something you dealt with in your childhood that could trigger you. You don't have to be a perfect person to go into a relationship. But it's certain aspects of yourself that you have to heal. And that's okay. Don't feel like something is wrong with you. If you get in a relationship with a man and you just, something might have triggered you, you go to him like, baby, when you did that kind of triggered me. And he like, well, you and, baby, get away from him. Get away from him anyways, because he crazy. But a real man, and when I say, I'm not saying that man ain't a real man, but an understanding man, I'm going to say that, going to be like, okay, well, if you come at him a certain type of way, if you don't come at him accusing him of something that he ain't do, but if you come at him like, this triggered me, it don't have anything to do with you, you didn't do anything, it's just me. Because of what I've went through, you haven't done anything. Then you put him to where he's not on the defensive, because he gonna be like, well, I ain't do nothing if he ain't do nothing. So don't come over here with that. You don't want to accuse him, but you might be triggered based off of something, and it just looks like that, and it's not that. But an understanding man is gonna understand. A man that, I ain't dealing with that. Let him go ahead, because he want a perfect person, and that's not real. A lot of times we go into these relationships and we want a perfect person, and that's not really real. People be having issues. Some of them just look different. Literally, most of us all got something. It just look different than the other person, so we so quick to judge that next person because their issues don't look like ours. When you dealing with internal stuff too. I said what I said. So I just want to encourage y'all. Hopefully that helps. You're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. You don't have a choice. You're going to pick yourself up and you're going to move forward. Stop basing your healing time off of somebody else's. It ain't going to take you that long. Sometimes you really just got to put your big girl drawers on and be like, it is what it is. It was a lesson, not a loss. Now what? Now you got to move on. Love y'all.